Welcome back, guys, to another exciting chess miniature. This one was played in 1975 in Chelyabinsk, Ukraine, and it was played between Vorotnikov Vladislav, who was playing as white, and his opponent Albert Kapengut was playing as black. This game contains a truly beautiful motif in a Vienna game, more specifically Vienna Gambit, so definitely a chess game you want to watch if you ever face this opening or you want to play it or you enjoy it. So white opened the game with e4, we have e5 on the board, and after knight to c3, knight to f6, after f4 we are in Vienna Gambit. The best reply for black, proven by theory, is to play d5. We have f takes on e5, knight takes on e4, and queen to f3, one of the continuations for white in this position. Black decided to go for f5, although this is not a mistake. One of the moves here, is also to go for knight to c6 here. We have f5 on the board, d3 attacking this knight. A knight picks up on c3, b takes on c3, and right now we have a d4 offering a pawn here. If this trade happens here, black will be really happy to enter with his queen with a tempo, since this is attacked. And right now, after rook to b1, black continues his development, and he has a really nice position, so you definitely don't want to trade here. After d4, white decided to go for queen to g3, and this is because there is one trick in this opening. So let's say after d4 you play some passive move here. Let's say you go for bishop to d2. Now there is a trick to go for this here, and after bishop takes on c3, you actually sacrifice your bishop temporarily with bishop takes on b4. After bishop takes, you go for queen h4 check. After queen f2, queen with a check, queen to d2, and queen to b2, and black enjoys a really pleasant position here. He's actually much better with a double attack on this pawn. So that is the reason after d4, queen to g3 was played. Can continue with knight to c6, a normal developing move. We have bishop to e2 here for white, a bishop to e6 for black. White continues with bishop to f3, since this bishop is much more active on this diagonal. Queen to d7, black is getting ready for long castle, knight to e2, and we finally have a long castle here for black. White decided to go for short castle, and in this position a bishop to c5 was played for black immediately, trying to use that this king is pinned and maybe create some discovered attacks. c4, white temporarily blocks, but he also slightly blunders here. This was probably calculated, because after bishop takes on c4 you definitely don't want to take this here, because after d3, king to h1, d takes on e2, bishop takes on e2, and knight takes on d4, the material is equal, but black has much more active play, and you definitely don't want to allow this, because this was a tactical sacrifice. Now you want to put your knight here on f4. Knight is much more active, and white also has enough compensation for this given pawn. We have knight picks up on e5, and after a d takes on c4, black sacrifices a piece for a few pawns. A d3 check, king goes on h1, and right now d takes on c2. So the material is equal according to the computer, since white has a piece but black has 3 pawns. Bishop goes on d5 to block this d file here. We have rook h to e8, putting the rook on the open file, and right now we have the crucial positional mistake here with bishop to b2. The main way to continue in this position was to actually go for bishop e3 to cut away this diagonal, which can be problematic here in white's position. And after bishop takes on e3, queen takes on e3, the position and the game goes on with a lot of battle to follow. But after bishop to b2, white missed here that black has knight to g4 with a direct threat on a knight to f2. We have a rook a to c1. For now, giving this check doesn't mean anything, because white will give up rook for 2 pieces, and white will be really happy with this trade. But black continues firstly with c6, pushing away this bishop, and after bishop to f3 we have knight to e3, a brilliant move here attacking this rook. And after rook f to e1 we have knight to d1, another good move here, a really strong move, because right now you are getting ready to give this check since this rook moved, and right now white is practically forced to defend with rook to f1. Now if you're wondering after knight to d1 what will happen if rook takes on c2 would be played, then knight f2 check, and right now this opens a discovered attack on this rook as well. You have to give up your queen, and after bishop to f2 this is game over pretty much. In case you refuse, then for example king to g1, then simply rook e1 is a checkmate. So after knight to d1 you are forced to defend this check with rook to f1, queen to d2, black brings another piece here in the position and also trying to create this threat again here. We have queen takes on g7 with a desperate attempt here to save the position, but after rook to e1 white is unable to defend the checkmate, and on the move 23 this is where white resigned the game. I will show you, of course, after queen takes on g7 the best was actually to go for h3 here instead of queen goes on g7, but it is really difficult to find. Simply you are losing this piece, you are 3 pawns down. This is of course not saving the game, but simply gives you time to survive basically, but this is a lost position for white as well. So after knight to g7 we said that rook to e1 was played where white resigned. There is nothing you can do. Firstly, your rook is attacked, you cannot go on g1 here because this square is defended and you will get checkmated. If you decide to go for bishop e2, then simply queen takes on e2, sacrificing your queen. If knight takes, then rook to f1, knight to g1, and rook to g1 is a checkmate. After queen to e2 there is again nothing you can do here. You can only resign or decide to give up your queen to stall the game for a few more moves, but the game is done and there is nothing you can do. And this is how this brilliant game ended, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because word of mouth referrals really help my channel grow, guys. If you wish to improve at chess, there is a chess community that will really help you with that. You have everything there from openings, middle games, end games, chess tactics, chess strategy, legendary chess games, strategic pieces, endgame masterpieces. You also have different sorts of chess strategy, checkmating patterns, so everything one player might need to reach his chess goals. Whatever your chess goal is, whenever you are in chess right now, you can definitely improve. If you're serious about that, create a free account. You will have a link in the description of this video, and see you there. Of course, if you enjoyed this game, feel free to comment, feel free to let me know your thoughts about this game, and if you have some suggestions, I'm always open for it, and I always enjoy reading your comments, guys. I really appreciate you watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.